Looks like the ITKs are in a camp where they don't know nothing, because evidently Thomas Tuchel does not want to lose Broja. Thomas Tuchel wants to keep Broja. This is coming out for Fabrizio Romano. Tuchel wants to keep Broja. Be positive for once, for crying out loud. Welcome to the Kavkas View, guys, and in today's video we are going to uncover a lot of stories and two key updates that we need to talk about. Broja update, which is absolutely amazing news, and Jules Kounde, which is good and bad. Good news in the sense that the fee is agreed. Bad news is Barcelona being Barcelona. But when it's a little bit of a slow content day, we need to be creative. And in this case, I'm here as your YouTube dietitian, as your YouTube therapist, to tell you guys one thing. Chelsea have got a bad boy squad, and the quicker we actually appreciate what we have and stone in about Liverpool and Man City, the quicker we'll realize this season coming up could be special. And I'm going to break down all key segments, the 5 segments: the goalkeeper, the defense, the midfield, and the forward line. And then we are going to talk about the manager. And I'm going to rank it and tell you where the weak areas are, where the strong points are, and what we can do to improve. So sit back, kick back, get yourself a drink, and let's go. But before we get started, I want to thank you lot, because we hit 900 likes on the video yesterday. 900 big boy likes. 900 skadoodle likes. These are amazing, amazing. Thank you, bratochi. Honestly, every single one of you, I appreciate. It goes a long way, and let's hit 1,000, because that was the original target, and we're going to do it one day. We're going to hit 1,000. Subscribe to the channel, because it goes a long way as we're trying to destroy the target of 25,000 before the end of the year. And finally, if you want to have nice interactive conversations, I reply to my Instagram DMs, pin comment, go and follow me. And by the way, let me know in the comments below, do you want a fantasy football? Because normally I have one. I want to create a Kavkas View one, so a lot of you can jump in. Let's get on with the video though. So ladies and jellyfish, it's been an eventful day when it comes to being a Chelsea fan. Look, a lot of people consistently worry about Chelsea selling their youth products, and I don't blame you, because evidently we've got a bad tendency to sell a lot of key talent. It's just fact. But in this case, we are coming with some good news. Levi Colwill set to play football tonight for Chelsea Football Club in their pre-season game. But more importantly, Broja was not sent to be sold to West Ham. West Ham are willing to pay somewhere near £40 million. That's what Chelsea are demanding. West Ham are potentially going to consider it. Tuchel's doing everything in his power to keep a player. Tuchel rates him. Tuchel wants to analyze the player, and Tuchel wants to create a spell in the team for Broja. So now anything that happens is going to be Broja driven. Do not be blaming Tuchel. Fabrizio Romano has come out and reiterated Tuchel wants to keep Broja. I believe Broja needs to back himself now. There is only Kai Havertz in front of you, big man. Ziyech, Werner, Lukaku are going to be gone. Lukaku's gone. Ziyech looks set to be gone. And Werner, if you can't beat Werner to a starting spot, you have got problems. So I think we need to be realistic. I think we need to trust the player and allow the player to trust himself. And if he doesn't, then so be it. Move on, and we'll just get £40 million in return. So when it comes to Jules Kounde, you guys all know my perspective. You know my opinion. I've got a TikTok channel on the Kavkas View, and my video is there, right? I literally cut clips and put it on there. If you want to see my TikTok, in the comments below, let me know. I'll send you a link direct. This is where we get interested, right? Chelsea have agreed a £55 million fee. Fabrizio Romano confirmed, right? We all know that. It's all about now agreeing with the player. The player is being patient and waiting for Barcelona. Tomorrow, Barcelona have their levers. They are going to get more money because they're selling more of their club in shares for TV and marketing. That will enable them to generate money. The whole thing is very complicated and goes over the top of my head. I can't lie to you though. It's too hot for me to be thinking I'm getting fried. What does this mean? It means there's a very good possibility Kounde could become Chelsea's bet player. And a lot of people are saying deal done. I'm not going to say deal done just yet, because I am dreading the fact that we're going to get another Rafinha situation. But as of this moment, that we've got a deal accepted, that's what you need to know. And in the coming few days, we will know whether Jules Kounde is going to be a Chelsea player or not. I personally would love it, but if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to be heartbroken. I'm telling you now. But now onto the content creating part, because this is where I create content. This is where I sit down and I actively think, what are we going to talk about? Because there's no news. And today we're going to analyze this. And the squad is an important key component of Chelsea Football Club. And this is a realistic perception. So we're going to have 3 goalkeepers, right? We're going to have Mendy in goal. and we're gonna have Kepa Arrizabalaga. That is good enough. That is a bad boy 1-2 combo. Kepa gets a lot of stick. Mendy's actually a top 3 goalkeeper. Said this on Twitter, I'm going to reiterate it. We are not lacking in that position. That position is ready and fit for purpose. We can win a league with our number 1 goalkeeper. No doubts. Then we start looking at the key components in life, and we start looking at the defense. So we're gonna look at the centre-back options initially, because they're the important part for me here. Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, world-class player. Both of them are fit, ready to go, world-class elite talent. 3 additional centre-halves. It looks like we're going to sign Jules Kounde, Trevor Chalobah, who can fix 2 multiple positions, whether it's going to be right centre-back or centre-mid, and Levi Colwill, who can do the middle of the centre-back or the left-hand side. That should be it. If we keep Malang Sarr, so be it. Then we've got 6. But the 5 of those, in my opinion, are good enough to compete for a title. The rotation will be there, we can make deep cup runs, and we can develop players while we are giving them game time and remaining competitive. That is the way Chelsea should proceed. The fullbacks is where the issues arise for me. Reece James and Ben Chilwell, very good initial option. Would I prefer if they were a little bit more dynamic and a little bit more creative in the final third? 100%. But under this system, if the way they were operating last year continues, we are going to be fine. The only issue arises is the backup. At this moment in time, it's either Hudson-Odoi or Pulisic for Reece as a backup, which isn't good enough for me. I'm not going to lie to you. And on the left-hand side, it's Emerson. Emerson, I think, will suffice. Emerson can go forward. He's not as individualistic as I would like, but he can defend at a decent, competent rate. He's decent on the ball in possession, can put a good ball in. On the other side, yes, Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi can be creative. Defensively, they're shocking. Both of them are not very good defenders. So it's going to be interesting, and I think both players are wasted there. So if we could potentially get some cover in either one of those positions, we'll be fine for a title charge. But at this moment in time, I don't think so. Looking at the midfield and how much people moan about not having a proper number 6. We don't have a proper number 6, geezer. We need Declan Rice. We need Basmati all the way, mate. All the way. No, I don't need it. Look at this midfield option. N'Golo Kante, Kovacic, Jorginho, phenomenal. Right, you've got a nice regista, you've got 2 box-to-boxes, then you have Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Connect. Both players, in my eyes, hypothetically, could put enough pressure on those players to elevate them. Jorginho will have to hit amount of games that suits his body. He cannot play 50 games. This is ridiculous. Last year, he was overused. When he's overused, his performance levels drop and his energy levels drop, and then people blame him. N'Golo Kante picked up a lot of injuries because he's playing too much football. We need to get the balance right. It needs to be carefully calculated. It needs to be spread evenly. Enough game time for all 5 players in those 2 positions. I think with the number of game time that's coming up, with their versatility, where potentially Ruben or Conor Gallagher could be covered for right wing back, I think this is fine to go. This is not the issue. This portion of the midfield can go for a title. That's my personal opinion. The forwards is where I have an issue, and a lot of you are not going to like what I'm going to say. So the number 9s, we'll talk about that first. Kai Havertz and Broja. Kai Havertz and Broja are fine, right? The reason I believe it's fine is because Kai can be the false 9, Broja can be the other number 9. He'll get minutes here and there. Hypothetically, in a season where we have 50 games, Kai starts 33, Broja starts the remaining games. That is fine for me. I hope that's fine for Broja. It's a good introduction to first team football at Chelsea for him. It will give him enough game time. It will give him enough appearances off the bench as well. So that to consider, that's fine. I think between them, they can get decent amount of goals. I think Kai next season can get 14 league goals because that's what I think he is at this moment in time. Broja, I don't know how much he can get. We need to see how we will thrive in a team where you have possession and your touch is consistently going to get tested and you have to be good in tight areas. There's not going to be much space in behind. The issue arises in behind Callum Hudson-Odoi, Raheem Sterling, Ziyech, Werner and Pulisic. Amongst them, I don't know where the goals are going to come from. Whilst I think Sterling can potentially give you a cheeky 15, after that, I don't know where the goals are coming from and I'm worried. Because Pulisic's inconsistent, Ziyech hardly plays due to his physicality, Callum Hudson-Odoi is inconsistent, Werner's Werner, and all of a sudden you're running out of people and you're in a predicament where you don't have enough goals to win you the title. So this is where we need to start asking ourselves the question and we need to be realistic. Are these players capable of taking a step up? Because I don't want to count on Mount again. Mount falls in with these lot. But realistically speaking, I don't want to count on Mount again. That is the annoying part of the whole process. You're going to be asking Mount to chip in goals. Personally, I don't want that to happen. I personally would sell a few and buy one more creative winger. I would. I really would. Even though I rate Hudson-Odoi as much as I do, even though I think he's a top-class baller, I'm just not ready to give him the keys to the car. That's just my personal opinion. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think and how many of these team members are going to be ready for Chelsea Football Club. Where are Chelsea going to finish? Because we've got the world-class manager. We've got a decent squad, very good squad. But realistically speaking, are we competitive enough to be winning the league against Manchester City and Liverpool? I don't think so. Peace out. I'm out. Bye-bye, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video.